MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Safety is always at the top of mind at Lincoln Electric System. The safety of our employees and the safety of our customers. It's National Safety Month. Visit les.com/safety for tips on all things related to electrical safety. If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping, structures, and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. Harrison Arens on the ones and twos. As always, we got Jackson Kleinschmidt joining me once again. And it's a good time because, how much longer do we got you for? One more week?
Next Thursday is my last day here at the Ticket.
Yeah.
Next Thursday.
All right. Back to Florida.
Big unfortunate.
Weather over here, I hear it sucks. All right, Jackson, what do you want to talk about?
As we're getting in here, we were talking about some stuff off air, but I just opened up Twitter to see Hayes Fawcett has now put out. So this is per on 3, and Sean Callahan has quote tweeted this as well. Breaking news: 4-star cornerback CJ Brona has decommitted from Nebraska. The top-ranked recruit in Nebraska's class of 26, I believe, has decommitted. The 6'1" to 175 corner coming from Winter Garden, Florida, currently holds 30 offers coming from D1 schools, but has now decommitted from Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna let it break my soul. This is the problem.
That's a big loss.
Yeah, it sucks a lot. That's really gonna hurt our recruiting class ranking too. But someone just threw him a bigger bag, probably.
Yeah, makes sense why you've got guys on campus this week. We got a corner / safety 4-star up from FSU, who's an FSU.
We had a lot of big
FSU
commit, over the
commit,
weekend.
so he's up here. So that, I guess, I don't know.
I mean, that's a pretty big blow.
That's a big blow to that 26 class. That's already kind of been
it's
what it's been.
It's small right now. We haven't had. Well, with him out of there, how many 4-stars do we got? Just one? Yeah, just one in that class right now. I mean, I'm not going to panic too much yet because, it's realistically, how many people are they taking those classes, especially now with the 105 roster limit? Like, they're probably going for like 10, 15 guys each class.
I don't know where he's wanting to go. That's like
just probably a bigger
He
bag.
was up here for the 7-on-7 and said he had a great visit. Was like he said he was locked in, but he was taking other visits, and then
one of those visits had a nice little number.
Now we're here, so maybe his number goes up in NIL, and who knows?
Well, I wonder some of these guys, it's like they decommit. And
that
the
kid's
number
from my
goes
neck
up.
of the woods. Winter Garden's like 2 towns over from where I'm from in Florida. So
when you get back down to Florida, you go knock on his door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
and tell him the grievous mistake that he's
go
made.
let him know. I mean, he'll probably go to who knows. I saw USC fans saying that.
Man, way to come in the studio and just ruin it.
Yeah, I was
Right
like,
off the
I
rip.
just opened up my phone here and I just see Sean Callahan going, bummer.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Not the worst thing we've had, big time commits, and this is the era of college football we're in now. We'll probably see more and more of these. Like, really, the more stars attached to them, the more likely they're gonna decommit.
That kid was a 0-star when Nebraska offered him. That kid had no real nationally relevant offers. Nebraska offered him. He committed very early. I think he was the very first commit in that class.
Yeah,
committed very early and just rise and rise and rise. It's
now more doors.
Same situation that you're kind of seeing with Jet. I don't know how to say his last name, but the quarterback coming from Omaha who committed to Bama today.
Oh yeah,
flipped from Iowa State. Kind of the same situation, just has risen over time.
Yeah, and that's where, to me, that's probably where it came down to maybe a money thing or more doors just open as you build that up. It's gonna happen. It just sucks when it's the best guy in your class that does it. I mean, that just adds a little.
It's weird because class of 25 recruiting out of high school was great for Nebraska. 26 is looking really weak, and 27 looks great. So 26 just might have to be a portal lean class. Like, it's not like it's a lost cause type of class. You can still go get younger guys out of the portal and then just fill in some gaps with some senior veterans. Like, it's not a lost cause.
Yeah.
We've seen plenty of teams just only recruit out of the portal, barely recruit out of high school, and they do okay. I hate to bring it up, but it's true. Colorado did it great.
Mel Tucker did it, and then Michigan State had one of their best seasons in a long time.
Yeah, like Colorado, honestly, like I hate saying it, but they really did do it good, and I doubted them superbly. I was like, they're not recruiting out of high school. That's not going to go well for them. They recruited out of the portal, and they did pretty well this past season. So.
But the problem is with those teams that do that, which is good. I don't think Nebraska will be in this case because, again, you pointed out the 2027 class. Looks a lot more strong and firm there. The problem is if you are a Michigan State Mel Tucker or if you are a Colorado Deion Sanders, that stuff only works, feels like, for a limited time window.
No, it's like you're getting a lot of the guys that you're getting at some of these positions are like 1-year rentals.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just you're bringing a bunch of guys and it blows up in your face.
Yeah, no,
and then you have an awful year like Mel Tucker, and then pretty soon it's universities paying outrageous money just to get rid of you.
Colorado's weak spot's been the offensive line.
Over and over and over.
They flipped that offensive line 2 years in a row. Completely different people.
Yeah, and that's the one spot I would never want to build through the portal. Like, you're gonna obviously for Nebraska, like if you can get if you can get some studs, yes,
you go get some established guys, but it's hard to develop guys out of the portal. From what we've seen, I mean, there's been some guys that have gone in and done well. Seth McLaughlin, Bama at Ohio State, that's a Dave Ermiting Award winner. Like, he did fine, but that's a different caliber.
It just takes time too.
Guys.
When you were growing up, did they ever put you tackle or anything, like in youth? Little League football?
No.
Nowhere on
I was too small to ever play offensive line. I played like outside linebacker when I was growing up, but
okay. In the Midwest, you would have
That's
loved
about
it. I think I was probably like 150 pounds, and they put me on like defensive tackle.
they wouldn't do that. They would not do that. No, I'd play like outside linebacker and just rush.
Yeah.
They just be like, go get them.
When I got to high school, I finally got that honor, and they're like, maybe you at 180, you shouldn't really be in the defensive tackle. And I was playing guard as well, like in Pee Wee football. But the biggest thing for that is like the communication. Even at like the high school level, it's very basic and easy. But when you get to the college level, like you need to know what the hell the centers are saying and what all the code words are and what they're calling out. And if that offense is drastically different and all the cadences are drastically different, like it can be a hard adjustment. So even if they're a phenomenal player, like it might be a little bit of a slower start. And then to your point, you don't really want that because it's a 1-year rental for a lot of those guys that are elite. And then you don't really got a lot of depth because you're not picking up kids out of the high school. So now you're just looking for that next home run. Like the offensive line seems like the biggest area where that fails.
Yeah.
If you're getting significant numbers from your offensive line, if you're filling in a left tackle like we are, if you're getting some depth in there, it can work out. But that's always my issue with Colorado and then like with Michigan State, their offensive line and defensive just got really weak. Year with it, I can't remember what his record was, but that was insane how much they paid to get rid of him. But yeah, that's not where I thought we are gonna go.
No,
a little bit bummer there.
Yeah, that's a surprise to me. He had some great things to say about Nebraska and how he's pretty confident staying here, and it just seems like within a week, somebody probably comes and offers him money, which I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, no, I never blame the athletes in this. It just we're in an era where it's
there's also
chaotic.
One of those things where it's don't burn bridges. Don't burn bridges. This he could take an outside look and then realize that Nebraska's really where he wants to go, and he might want to come back this direction. I know it's like how that looks, but I mean, decommitting and committing to me, it can be a red flag in some scenarios, but
do we like Dylan Raiola?
Nobody batted an eye when Dylan Raiola committed to Nebraska.
Yeah. It's like, be nice. You never know, especially, maybe a junior, they come back. I think we're talking to the Nebraska burner accounts that really like to attack players.
Don't
do that. It's the dumbest thing you can ever do. Because especially for a lot of these people, it's like if you got offered $3 million more or $2 million more, even if $500,000 more dollars, a lot of people are probably going to go take the money.
If you're like, well, I'm going to go in there as a freshman, I might not even play, but they're going to pay me a lot of money to go there and play for a season. I can just enter the portal and figure out where I actually want to go to play.
Exactly.
Like, I know it's a crazy way to go into a college football career now, but it's also not a horrible idea.
Well, if you want to set yourself up for life, you're
not going to go to the NFL after your freshman year.
Exactly.
You sit behind some good guys on a talented roster, develop for a year, kind of get some experience, practicing,
travel the country,
guys, and get a bag. Like, I totally get it, but
yeah, and I think that's what the part people have to remember. It's not so much that like these kids are all bad kids. Just you as an adult, what if there was an opportunity for you to go travel to the most elite universities and you get to pick like 2 or maybe even 3, or if you're crazy, 4 schools you can go to, and each school you're going to get a bunch of money every time you pick a new one, and you're going to make new NIL deals because every location you go to, a bunch of new businesses, you're going to see local or big ones. Kind of sounds like a dream. But if you really, really love football, you get some guys, like I was telling you, Sellers, South Carolina, getting offered tons of money, like doesn't want it. He wants to stay. But I think both of those kids aren't thinking irrationally. One's just thinking about the money because that's a lot. You can quite literally set yourself up. If you're getting millions at the age of 17, 18 years old, you just put like 10% of that into a portfolio. It'll do the work for you. And at that age, by the time you get to retirement, I mean, that money's going to be insane.
Oh, yeah.
So you can just go that. So I try not to be too hard on kids that decommit. So that one goes out to all the burners out there.
Yeah, don't run after this kid for decommitting. It's unfortunate. Like, I mean, that's the biggest piece of that class.
Yeah.
So it's definitely unfortunate, but
who knows? Maybe he'll transfer back.
He's been committed since November.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been committed for a long time. But this is like, you saw this he's since transferred, but Malachi Coleman, he decommitted. Yeah. I know it's a different situation because there was a coaching change.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why. But then he ends up, committing back anyways. I know that's definitely a different situation, but we've seen guys recommit to Nebraska that are on a high caliber level.
Even like transfer portal, Emmett Johnson, he dipped his toes into the portal before it was even open.
He just wanted to know.
Yeah. And then got his numbers and came back.
Yeah. And Dana Holgerson really is the guy that was like, hey, let's
Let's talk.
Let's bring
Come
you
to
on
my
back.
office. Yeah.
Let's bring you on back. Yeah.
Which was a smart move. We'll see how this continues to play out. Who knows? He might have a school in mind that he's going to commit to, which I'm sure he does, or he's just, when you're that good, you can do that stuff, and you're going to find a team.
Here's my thought to anybody that's scared about the 26 recruiting class coming out of high school. All this does, if you look at it from like an outside kind of just all around perspective, is open up Matt Rule and that recruiting staff to really just spend some money in the transfer portal cycle.
A lot more money.
You might be able to get your best transfer portal cycle with a weaker high school class, and vice versa. The past couple of years, we've seen kind of just even across the board in terms of the classes. This might be a year in 2026 for this recruiting class where you kind of see a more just really deep, more expensive recruiting class. This is where the money makes a difference, where you might have gotten a guy like Isaiah World this year out of the portal, who we almost got, but there's just a little bit of a money difference. He goes to Oregon, you know. You might get some of those higher level guys out there in the portal because your high school class wasn't as deep. So
yeah, and that's a really good point. Especially, I think we figured about that a lot now that NIL is legal. Like when you lose a big time star, you also just got a bunch more money that you can invest. Now it sucks because you weren't. I shouldn't say that. Like they obviously have some guys on their board already that they're looking at. So they probably already have some ideas, and now they got a bunch more money. And the beautiful thing about NIL, I shouldn't say beautiful, a little bit unnerving thing is the guys are committing a lot later than usual for obvious reasons. Like you want to see what that market does and let teams get a little bit desperate and see if that number goes up and up and up. And these agents are becoming middlemen in it. And as you know, they're telling guys, don't be hasty. You're going to get more offers. Someone might give you more money. So I think that's the other part of it is, I could be wrong, but I feel like as the years go on, like we're going to see much later in the months. Like then when it gets really close to that window, those classes are going to fill up a lot more.
I mean, this week we've seen a commit and a decommit already. So, it's just one of those things where.
And it's always heats up. I just think it's going to keep going that way even more and more and more. And it makes sense.
Not worried about it. They got a huge stacked list of OVs in this week. So the recruiter staff knows what they're doing. That's why they get paid to do it. So I'm not that worried about it. He's a big piece of the class, but there's other guys. There's other fish out there in the pond.
Always more fish out there in the pond. That was a pretty big one to let go. That is,
for sure.
But, can't catch them all. So with that being said, we'll quick get into Diego Pavia because we talked about it on the Del Punt Hour. Just want to get your thoughts. I'll quick read the quotes for anybody who didn't quite hear it.
Yeah, you don't have to.
It was. Let me go back to the top here, and you actually saw the clip, so there's some context. It isn't all there, but quick here's quotes for everyone. He missed it. Again, this was Bustin' with the Boys Bustin' with the Boys with Nebraska alumni Will Compton, and also his co-host Taylor Lewin was there as well. His quote on that podcast was, quote, "You want to play with the best, you don't play with the Big Ten. You ignore those calls." Goes on to say more, quote, "You got to think about this too. The SEC is like nothing else. The Big Ten, you have Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan, Penn State. The SEC, you have all dogs. You only have like 4 games in a year in the Big Ten. The SEC, it's like week after week, you're going to get beat on. The Big Ten, you ain't going to get beat on with the like of the Purdue's and Nebraskas."
Just like to say, Diego Pavia has played Big Ten teams twice in his career, both at New Mexico State. He lost twice, and the score margin was 60-7.
Well, the team, it's ironic too, because you want to talk, he used the quote, "In the Big Ten, you ain't going to get beat on with the likes of Purdue and Nebraska." The game, one of those games that you were talking about was 2022, while he was at New Mexico State against Minnesota. He completed 2 of 5 passes for 10 yards in a 38-0 loss. And then Wisconsin,
he was like
6 of 19, 52 yards, 1 pick, and 2 rush, and added 2 yards for rushing, 66-7 loss. I thought it was Purdue that beat him, but it was Minnesota. But either way, I think he would probably lump in Minnesota with the Purdue's of the Big Ten and Nebraska's. Like if he thinks Nebraska's, I think Minnesota's probably in that ballpark as well. But if we want to have some more fun with it, we'll talk about the Tennessee part too.
Does Vanderbilt even know what a bowl game is?
Oh, they got one last year. 7-6. They got one.
Was that the first one in school history?
They lost.
Okay, sounds about right.
Oh wait, did they? Now I got to go back to Vanderbilt's.
I don't really get it. Like, some of these SEC schools think that they can just grab onto the coattails of Alabama and Georgia and just say that they're up on that level when they're not. when they just get spanked. I know Vanderbilt did upset Alabama
But
last
it's
year.
the Crimson. It is not the Nick Saban Crimson Tide. It is the DeBoer Crimson Tide.
It's completely
Michigan
different.
caught Alabama last year.
Like, listen,
South Carolina damn near caught him last year. Vanderbilt
I wouldn't feel
caught him.
confident about Nebraska going up against Georgia, but if I saw Nebraska Vanderbilt on the schedule, I would put that as a win. I wouldn't even think about it.
I'd feel much better about it than Georgia.
Yeah, like I wouldn't
feel
even think about it.
Yeah.
Like I look at that, I don't know.
Like they're getting better, and this is not me saying like, these guys. Like it does look like they're getting better, and they're having more success. But for the fun, when was the last time Vanderbilt beat a Big Ten team? Just take a swing.
I literally have no idea. I could not tell you the last time. I would probably stretch to say it's towards the dawn of that football program like existing.
Really close, 1947.
Yeah, like it's got to be just.
And they lost to an absolute juggernaut of the Big Ten. It might have been. I couldn't tell you how good they were.
The 40s.
It was. I kind of lost my train of thought here. Victory over Northwestern foes since 3-0. Oh, okay. They did beat Northwestern in 1947. 3-0. That was in 1947. That was last time they beat a Big Ten team. It was Northwestern. And the Purdue game that I was talking about, Vanderbilt has not faced a Big Ten opponent. So if you're like, well, they never played Big Ten. 2022 they played Purdue and they lost 44-24. They got blown out of the water.
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you watch the clip, it sounds like it's a little bit of sarcasm.
Yeah, and you should add that point.
He's also kind of like, it's like sarcastic, but not sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
I think he throws Nebraska out there because Will Compton's sitting in front of him. So he's just, friendly little banter or whatever. But you look at Taylor and Will, and they're just like,
well, especially with the Nebraska
like you're sitting
comment.
with a Michigan alumni and Nebraska alumni, two blue bloods, pretty much.
Also, two guys that went to the NFL.
Like two guys that have had NFL careers. Pavia will go undrafted. He will go undrafted unless he has some Heisman season.
Yeah, he had a good year, but it's not good enough to put him anywhere above this class 2 that's coming up is loaded.
Like I don't really get it. What do you gain from that? What do you gain from saying that on a national scale?
I think he was like trying. It's one of those things we've all said things we regret. I would not be surprised if he's even looking at this like, that came out a lot worse than I pictured it.
Well, my thing is he was just up there like talking, saying things that it sounded like he didn't even think this was going to get posted. We haven't even gotten to the part where he said Vanderbilt's going to run the state of Tennessee in college football next year.
We'll talk about that on the other side because we're coming up to a break here.
Man.
And that's just, the Tennessee comments. We'll get into that on the second segment. But yeah, just the comments, it just felt like all it did was put a target on him. And not just like the Big Ten. Like
every game that
SEC,
kid loses, his face is going to be plastered across social media.
And God forbid they get a bowl
game
at the end of the year versus a Big Ten team and they lose.
That too.
Like
or if you don't even make a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's also a chance.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those things. Like when you make comments like that, like you put a nasty trap out there that's going to be, you put a soundbite that's just going to be used over and over and over, especially if worst case scenario, you get to the end of the year, you're like 6-6 and you go play a bad Purdue team who just made it in 6-6 and then you lose. That's going to be it's just going to be really ironic or, in a really fun way if they do get Nebraska in a bowl game and then we end up beating them. But with that being said, we do got to throw it to break. We'll talk about his comments on Tennessee as well. Didn't just take shots at the Big Ten. Also took a shot at Tennessee. So lots of quotes, sound bites from Diego Pavia, starting quarterback for the Vanderbilt Commodores. All right, don't go anywhere. 2 more segments on the other side. Take a Weeknights with Jackson Kleinschmidt and Harrison Arens.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day, Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing your family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta-Bush with Woods Rose Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Bush, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text the word HOME to 402-534-1919. That's HOME to 402-534-1919.
Staying healthy and comfortable starts with the air you breathe. If you're noticing more dust, odors, or allergies, it could be time for duct cleaning from Bryant. Pure Air starts with cleaner air ducts, hair with enhanced filtration and purifications options, and the difference is amazing. When the air you breathe is clean and fresh, your home smells fresher and your family is healthier. Time for cleaner air in your home? Call Bryant for a free estimate. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Lincoln's new craft cocktail lounge is Bar 48 in Lincoln. Located at 2639 North 48th Street, Bar 48 offers everything from cocktails to beer to wine and so much more. With summer right around the corner, you can always enjoy Bar 48's frozen beverages. Follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on their live music performances every Saturday night. Make plans to visit Bar 48 on North 48th Street in the heart of the University Place neighborhood today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important, though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
The weekend is here and you and the boys need a place to hang out after your day on the golf course. Lucky for you, that place exists at Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill in South Lincoln. The 19th hole at the course is great, but it doesn't have 30 TVs showing all sports with 23 beers on tap. You can enjoy all of that at Liquid Assets, as well as delicious smash burgers, wings, and much more. Don't end your hangout after the golf round ends. Get to Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill at 2755 Jamie Lane.
Back to The Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Ticket Weeknights. There's the runs on the ones and twos. Jackson Kleinschmidt joining me for this hour. We still got Royals on the brick and mortar as they are playing the Texas Rangers. Royals need about 4 more wins to get back to 500. Texas Rangers are sitting right at 36-36, so they're at 500. But Royals are looking good. 6-1 top of the 6th inning. Like I said, that one continues to play on the brick and mortar, and then we'll switch back live over here once that one's over. But Jackson Kleinschmidt, you had a little bit more breaking news. You just got breaking news every segment.
No, I just saw Trey Taylor actually commented about CJ Brownell decommitting, I guess I should say. It's just interesting to see like a commit talking about another.
Trey Taylor's very active in the recruiting.
He just posted out and said, well, the negative, we lost a stud player and hope nothing but the best for CJ. Positive, our staff is finding the right talent that we are having. The so-called big schools jumping in late. Nothing but confidence. We will go and find another great cornerback for Husker Nation. Hashtag go Big Red.
That's the attitude every Husker fan needs to have.
Like, just all right.
Don't burn bridges.
It's funny because right now in town we have a FSU corner commit.
Yes.
And the new front runners for CJ Brownell are FSU. So we might just swap.
Yeah, and I wonder if they had a little bit of heads up on it too. I don't know how that.
Tony White's
works.
familiar with CJ.
Yeah.
Tony White probably recruited him. So it makes total sense.
Could just be a swap.
Tony White knows the kid pretty easily, and CJ's a Florida kid.
And FSU definitely has the bags.
Florida kids, when they're coming out of high school, I like seriously, I would go to say like a good 80 to 85% of those kids, they want to go to a Florida school. Most of those kids want to go to a Florida school. Kind of like coming out of here. Most of these kids in Nebraska, they dream of going to UNL.
Now it's not the same as I think like the problem with a lot of Nebraska kids is you get the kids out of Ainsworth, Carter Nelson, where he's just a through and through Nebraska guy. But then, there's some people, even me at one point in time, I was like, Florida beaches, if you can go to university and like go out, some of those universities are beautiful. And there's Nebraska is awesome. And if you're down for the facilities, like it's hard to beat Nebraska. But if you're about the nature and scenery, like Florida schools are probably some of the prettiest campuses.
I did the polar opposite. I left.
Yeah, you came in the middle of you just wanted to see the gritty side.
Yeah, I mean, I this is like my home away from home. I came to Lincoln, once, twice a year growing up.
Yeah,
so.
I can't remember. What was your connection here? Wasn't your dad a Husker
My
fan?
dad's from here.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so, I came up here all the time when I was a kid. My first Husker game was, Nebraska, Colorado back in 2008. In Dominican Sue pick 6,
What a great game. Mine was McNeese State, where Amir Abdul had to save our hide. Because this back in the day, it was Amir Abdul was playing, and we were at home. Obviously, we weren't going to go play McNeese State on the road, but yeah, I can't remember exactly how much time was left, but it was like the last drive, and Amir Abdullah, I think he broke like 8 tackles on. It was damn near 50 or 60 yard run. Maybe
won the game. I remember that.
And I was sitting in the away section as well, because there's like way back in the day, and I was like, oh well, first Husker game, and like I was gonna be so bummed out if we lost that game to McNeese State for the first one, being around a bunch of like, there wasn't a lot, but it's always entertaining that first game. Yours was a lot better though. Both
I was
moments.
very little, but like I still count it. I mean, I have my ticket stub, like I have a little bit of memory and everything. I just remember it was very cold.
Yeah.
So and it was my first time in Nebraska, so that was just a difference. So I just remember that. And I just remember how loud it was.
Yeah, and that meant so much
Alex
too.
Henry
being
kicks
Texas.
at the time. I don't know if it's been broken or not, but I'm pretty sure that was the longest field goal.
54.
Yeah, and in school history. And then Ndamukong Suh gets a pick 6. It was one of the most iconic games in Nebraska history. It was my first one.
Yeah, was the field goal to tie it, or did that put us up?
Field goal puts you, or I think the field goal puts you up by 3, and the pick 6 is what
sealed it.
Is just the
slammed
dagger.
the door on it. Yeah, because it was. I do remember that because it was the field goal, and then it was. Was that the first play or 2 plays in? I mean, they were at the 20-yard line or 25. I think they just got the kick return. I can't remember. I think it was like 1 or 2 plays into the drive. You got the pick 6.
It's been a while since I've
either way.
watched
I mean,
that game.
Fantastic game to go to.
Yeah.
Watching Ndamukong Suh, why didn't have arguably one of the most iconic games up there along the lights of like Rich Glover in the game of the century.
Oh, 1000%.
Like the stats are just
he's Ndamukong Suh has two of the most iconic games just ever, in my opinion. That one, and then the Big 12 championship, where he just
Big 12 championship was
just, hey, Colt McCoy. Let me introduce myself. My name's Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah. And if you don't catch it the first time, I'll be back here plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the course of the night. So you'll remember at the very end here. All right, that was a nice little Ndamukong Suh tangent. One of the best to ever do it here at the University of Nebraska.
Mhm.
Well, let's get back to Diego Pavia, though.
Diego Pavia.
There's more comments. This one
Pavia.
on Tennessee, if I can find my right place here. Basically, okay, here we go. Quote.
There we go.
Taking some shots of Tennessee as well. Quote, Vanderbilt's going to run Tennessee after this year. This is going to be the new staple of college football. It's going to happen here at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt has not beaten Tennessee since 2018. Last season, Pavia completed just 8 of 17 passes for 104 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception, rushing 11 times for 59 yards in a 36-23 loss.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Again, it's just I want you to have that confidence. You don't need to necessarily say it like that, because now Tennessee is going to make sure they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and they got way more talent than you do, like significantly like more talent.
It's like in the NBA when occasionally you'd catch the NBA player who's like, you know what, I'm going to get under Michael Jordan's skin.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just making things harder on yourself.
I don't.
For no reason.
I just don't see why you're out here saying that.
Yeah, and don't worry, I'm not calling Tennessee.
You're acting like you beat them this year.
They're acting like they beat everyone.
Like I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if I'm a Vanderbilt fan, I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, if that was if Dylan Raiola was like just talking mad crazy
like,
on the
we're
SEC,
gonna beat Ohio State this year. We're gonna be the best team.
We're gonna run the Big Ten.
I'd be like, what are you doing?
I was like, let's win some games first.
Like, no.
Mhm.
What? Like, hold on. Like, I would. Listen, Vanderbilt, I imagine that's got to be a very fun school to go to.
And their football team, you know, and the all defensive Pavia, like they are having more success. But 7-6 isn't, I'm going to stand on top of the mountain and call out everyone kind of success.
No. I mean, yeah, it's going. I mean, when you get bowl eligible, you probably even shouldn't rush the field like Nebraska did. But
I don't care if people do. I mean, when you're a miserable, and at least in Nebraska's case, nobody was walking into these past 3 seasons like we're going to win.
But they were the
Big
same
Ten.
way. That they're the ones that Vanderbilt's a big part of the reason why that the SEC did the whole if you rush the field we're fining you $500,000
because the Alabama game.
Because when the Alabama game happened, they're I think they took down a goalpost.
They did. They carried it all the way.
Carried away through Broadway
to the
down
river.
to the river, like Tennessee did. But
I never understand people getting super butthurt about storming the field.
I mean, I've been on Vanderbilt's campus over there in Nashville. It's a beautiful school.
Yeah, it's in the old downtown.
Yeah, it's in the old downtown area of
I
Nashville.
like that area of Nashville even a lot more.
It's great.
Like Vanderbilt is like by all means like a really cool spot.
Yeah.
Obviously I wasn't on like too hard.
Their stadium is awful though.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Their stadium is horrible.
And there's not a lot of room around it.
It's been a while since actually, it's been like a year since I've been in Nashville. But the last time I was there, it was I think they were doing construction on it, or it might have been done. I don't know, something like that. But
last time I was there was at Winners and Losers bar, and it's a really cool area, Vanderbilt. But yeah, I don't think that's going to become the cathedral of football in the SEC.
No,
we're a ways off to be saying that.
No.
Like again, I think it's just
beat Alabama again this year, and you'll turn my head a little, but
to me, it's still not the
if
same.
That's all you do, and you go
Alabama.
6-7 again, okay. Like
it's like they definitely have some momentum.
It's just not
ride the momentum. Don't put rivals in your way for no reason. Like all they did is Tennessee's really going to suit up for that game.
I think was it Vanderbilt was the same school that it was some years ago. They had a great win the week before, and they had some kid in like his post game interview. So like, Alabama, you're up next, and they got routed, like destroyed, like 56-0 the next week by Bama. So yeah,
be careful what you wish for.
So I don't even mean to slander Vanderbilt that much, but
well, you didn't. I think Pavia kind of put it out there.
Come on.
So
you're just opening up the floodgates for people to not like Vanderbilt.
That's what I'm saying. Like you were an underdog that everyone was going to root for regardless, and then you tried to be the alpha.
And then you're out here. You're out here being like, "Oh, I was offered $4 to $4.5 million to enter the portal, but I stayed with Vanderbilt." There is no way that whoever represents you would let you stay at Vanderbilt if you were offered to $4.5 million to go to. He said it was another SEC school. So just think about that. If Vanderbilt's the worst team in the SEC, which I'd probably say that they're towards the bottom of that list.
They're still. I'll give me another, 6+ win year, and I'll be willing to move.
Like, you know what I mean? Like they're towards the bottom. They're
through history, yes. I mean, they are quite literally the floor mat of the SEC for the longest time. Yeah.
So just imagine that there's another school out there that offered him money to go to an SEC school. What school? I have no idea. Only one came to mind. I was like, there's no way it was Tennessee, because why would they do that? But
I don't know.
I just think he's just straight up lying. I just don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all.
I got no idea. It's a lot of those numbers. I don't know if they put them out there to inflate them. I was telling you off air and talked about DeMarne, like Sellers, South Carolina.
Yeah,
his number was supposedly like $8 million.
That's crazy.
So,
but again,
you see some of these rosters, and you see Texas A&M offer like the total like class cost of what they put together. I think that's a high number. I'm kind of hard pressed to think it was that much.
$8 million seems a little high, because Quinn Ewers wasn't that high. He was in the $5 million range.
Yeah, I just don't know. Oh, there you go. Did you win?
I won.
All right, Jackson just played rock, paper, scissors in front of the window there. I failed to put the window up in time there, but a little tangent. Don't know how that snuck in. Where were we even going there? Your rock, paper, scissors threw me off completely.
I just saw a guy put rock, and I was like, let's do it.
All right. Oh, yeah. I just think the number market, I'm not going to try to call out liars, because I'm beginning more and more learn to just not be surprised.
My thing with his skill side for Diego Pavia,
not worth $4 million.
If you look at his career, because a lot of people don't know, he was at New Mexico State, because I think he was also a JUCO quarterback. Mm-hmm. He had to get a waiver just to play this year. Imagine if he's entering the portal trying to go to another school. I don't know if he would have even gotten granted a waiver, because it wasn't a guarantee that he came back this year.
Well, I think he's 25 right now.
Yeah, like it was not a guarantee that he came back to play this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't know if that's true. It doesn't seem true at all to me.
It's a big number.
I would get it if it was like you're getting offered that amount of money from a Big 12 school. Like that, I'd be like, that's realistic. You know, a Big 12 school with the starting quarterback, you go and get a guy from a lower tier SEC school. That makes sense. But he said, like verbatim, it was another SEC school.
I'd have to go through all the quarterbacks and see to figure out who's willing to pay that much for him.
I just don't believe it. I just genuinely don't believe him.
Well, like I said, if he's lying, I definitely wouldn't be surprised. If he's not lying, I wouldn't be surprised either. The NIL numbers are so grossly inflated.
Season. I am so excited to see the memes every time, because Vanderbilt's going to lose a game. They're not going to go undefeated or something. Every time they lose a game this season, you're going to see that clip or something with him plastered all over social media, and I'm very excited for it, because you need to be humble.
Well, that's the worst thing that's going to happen out of this. If they do not, the bar is high. You have to straight up own the SEC. If you fail to do that, like that soundbite's going to get really annoying by the end of the year. And to put it all the way, full circle here, especially if you get to the end of the year, and worst case scenario, you don't make a bowl game. Slightly better, you make a bowl game, but if you get a Big Ten team and you lose, you get that clip the entire summer again. So for all players out there, when you get on those podcasts, I don't know. Be aware that's going to be podcasted later and it's going to be dropped to the audience. I wouldn't be surprised if he does regret those comments.
Well, at first I was like, why are they having him on Bustin' with the Boys? And I forgot. They're based out of Nashville.
Yeah.
So they,
easy.
Bring easy connection.
And he had a good year. Like, I was genuinely a fan of him because I was like, oh, Vanderbilt. Like,
I was like,
look at them. They're coming back.
But you come out and you're talking like Shadur Sanders. Yeah, you lose me. You lose me, dude.
Very interesting. Interesting bit of news right there. All right, we got to throw it to break. One more break, and then we'll have one more segment on the other side. Harrison Arens, Jackson Kleinschmidt. Don't go anywhere.
Now's the best time to lock in early order savings on a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plan for success with the latest technology, including Exact Emerge high-speed planters that help you cover more acres with greater precision and productivity. Order your planter for next year now to unlock the biggest savings of the season. Contact your local Landmark location today and experience the Landmark difference.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the Dash Scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your Dash Scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Safety is always at the top of mind at Lincoln Electric System. The safety of our employees and the safety of our customers. It's National Safety Month. Visit les.com/safety for tips on all things related to electrical safety. If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping structures and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac nachos and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athlete with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Back to the Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Harrison Arens on the ones and twos. Jackson Kleinschmidt to my left joining me for this hour. We still got Royals leading right now, 6-1. They extend their lead. They got another run at the top of the sixth inning, heading into the bottom of the sixth right now. Texas Rangers only got one. And like I said, we'll continue to play that on the brick and mortar. I'll keep some replays going on the Ticket app. And whenever that game wraps up, then we'll get everything set for the night. All right, Jackson, we'll talk NBA. We got a few minutes left. I probably should turn on your mic for you first there, yeah. Just at some point I decided to mute you for the final segment. Pacers, they fell last night. Pascal Siakam, strong game for him. Tyrese Halliburton, only 4 points. Had the calf injury as well.
Yeah.
0 for 6 on field goal attempts. He gets the 4 points from the free throw line, going 4 for 4 there. Not getting into the details of it. The real question is, Thunder lead at 3-2. Can the Pacers extend it? And if they do extend it to a game 7, can they win it outright?
I would love to say that, like, oh, the Pacers have a good chance here, and I would love to say I think the Thunder is gonna, end the series here. But this has just been every time I say something, I feel like it goes a completely different way. So I don't even know. This series has been so just back and forth. I don't really know. I honestly don't know. With Halliburton with an injury.
He's getting an MRI today, so we'll
so
see how
it's
that's
up in the air of whether he's going to play. If he doesn't play, I'd feel pretty confident in OKC, pretty confident. But, if he comes in and plays, he's the type of guy who's just, he's just going to get in there and play his heart out, even with an injury. He'll put his body on the line, so.
Yeah, just even when you
don't know.
When you're playing 100%, the injury, how bad is that injury? Because your 100% might not be very good. And it certainly wasn't. Like when he came back in the game, you could just tell, like, he seemed fine, but he's just off enough to where he was pretty ineffective out there.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I will say this has probably been the worst playoff series I've had in terms of predicting it.
No,
years prior, usually
no
a pretty
idea
good
what's
feel
going on.
like who the best teams are, who's going to be there. Like last year was kind of a layup in my mind, up until you get to the Western Conference Finals. I think it was a little bit trying to figure out who's going to come out there, but you've pretty felt good about the Celtics this year. I thought the East was a layup, whiffed there completely. I thought the Nuggets were the best team in the West. And after that game 7 with the Clippers, it's like, it might be Nuggets or Clippers. This might be deciding who's going to the West. Then obviously they lose in 7 to the Thunder. Timberwolves got embarrassed in the Western Conference Finals. And then you're like, okay, Thunder are clearly the better team. And then they lose game 1 to the Pacers. So I'm going to just go with the Thunder to win this series.
I'm hoping for game 7.
Everyone's open for
game you got to hope for game 7. So I'd be lying. I want Indiana to win, but I'd have to pick OKC.
The interesting part about this as well is this might be the weirdest MVP year ever in terms of like finals MVPs and Eastern and Western Conference Finals MVP and just the MVP award itself. So right now you can make an argument. If Jalen Williams has another monster performance game, he's the finals MVP. He just dropped 40. That's his career playoff high. And his last 4 games, he's scored 26 plus points on really good efficiency.
Yeah.
He's playing phenomenal. And if he has another good game and say Shea plays okay, like I think they're going to give it to him. So
1,000%.
You would have what was already a very controversial MVP award between Jokic, and I thought it should go to Jokic, but whatever. Give it to Shea if you like Shea. Phenomenal season, and if you go with the win-loss record, great. Okay, but then Shea might lose it to Jalen Williams in the NBA Finals and not even be the MVP of his team. And then we already saw it over in the East. Everyone loves Tyrese Halliburton. Pascal Siakam was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
By far.
Yeah.
No, by far. I talked about this with DeMornay a little bit on how who's more valuable to the Pacers when you look at it. Is it Halliburton or is it Siakam? It's very clearly Siakam. Like, I'm not saying Halliburton's bad at all. I think he's great. I think he's really putting all the haters to rest in this playoff run. But when Siakam goes off, when Siakam's just, in a groove, if he's dropping 30, 35, Pacers are going to win. Pacers are going to win every game that they play if he's on one.
Tyrese has 4 points.
Yeah, if Tyrese just really isn't there, it's hard to win. But, with Siakam being their leading scorer, dropping that 30, 35 range, and Tyrese doing what Tyrese does, probably 24, 25 points, whatever it is, they're going to win games. So that's where it's like.
To me, it's kind of like the Jokic Jamal Murray Yeah. Talking about a lot. Like, Jokic just fills up the stats every night. But Jamal Murray has that assassin play at the end of the games where he had, some crazy jumpers over AD. But we never forgot, like, for some reason, like, we all were really aware that Jokic was the best player.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the Pacers aren't watched enough to, like, people don't fully understand. And Pascal's a very quiet stat stuffer.
I had no idea that they were going to make it to even the conference finals. When they made it there, I was like, oh, good for the Pacers. And then they make it to the finals. And now that they're sitting, they were sitting at a point where it's like, oh, they might win, and now they're in a win or go home situation.
Yeah.
So,
but you only got to win 2 games in a row, and you're
like it's not like you're that far off. You're not down 3-1. You're not down 3. Like you're not. You're in a position. You just got to go out there and win. You got to win 2 in a row.
Yeah, and you feel really good about Siakam's production.
Absolutely,
it's super consistent, and like obviously it's the points, but it's also like he's flirting around a double, getting 6, 7, 8, 9 rebounds. The only thing, and this is going to kill the Pacers if they don't. The last game, I think they had 26 turnovers. In that first game, they had 24 turnovers, and they won that first game by 1 point. The difference was OKC was not scoring off those turnovers.
Yeah.
Last game, OKC was doing a very good job scoring off of those turnovers, and they've gotten better and better as each season's gone. So if the Pacers cannot, they just got to either play a little bit slower or really play the most beautiful brand of basketball you've ever seen, where it's the fastest pace, it's the number 1 offense, but somehow they never turn the ball over either.
Yeah.
It's a lot to ask for. Turnover problem, in my mind, is what's going to end up hurting the Pacers the most, and that's why I got the Thunder winning the series 6-7. I couldn't tell you, but I do feel like the Thunder are going to take it away. All right, Jackson, appreciate filling the hour with me. We got Royals on the brick and mortar. We'll play some replays for you guys on the Ticket app. Keep the Ticket content going for you. Appreciate you listening. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. early break.